Hey there, it's Melissa and welcome back to my channel. So today I have another layout that I'm making for the Unscrapped Bundle of Joy series that I have with Danny V, and I'll have the link to her channel below. So I am using my April hip kit. I'm getting through it. I think I've made 8 or 9 layouts already. I still have a bit left, and for this one of Ava, I wanted to focus on that You Are So Loved cut apart from a Maggie Holmes Sweet Story collection. And I'll show you later, but my daughter did some mixed media and dropped some mist onto it, so I'm going to have to make that work. I think I had 2 sheets because I get the cardstock paper add-on kit, and I'm not sure if I had another one of those, but I decided no, I'm not going to just get rid of it because of that. I'm going to make it work. So you'll see what I mean soon. And I decided to be really bold, and I was going to use the other side of this piece of it's a Jen Hadfield for People's Hey Hello collection, and it's got that beautiful floral, and the other side's got quite a bold pinky orange colour, and I was going to use the other side. That's it there, actually, that's the B side of it. But when I asked my daughter Azaria for advice on it, because I love getting her input into my layouts if I'm unsure, she told me to use the floral because she thought that looked really good. So I've decided to go with that. And Moira, if you're watching, as I was making this, I was watching your Freeze Friday video, and you talked about using a really bold floral for a background, and I almost laughed out loud because here I was sitting here literally watching you and making my layout, and that's exactly what I'm doing with this layout. So I did still want to use some of that pretty sort of pinky orange paper. I loved the stripe on the bottom, and ideally I wanted to use my border punch, that's a scallop, and cut the scallop because I love how scallop looks with stripes, but I couldn't find it. So it's somewhere here in my craft area somewhere. I know it'll turn up now because I want it, although I don't need it. But you know how it is when you try to find something and you can't. So it doesn't matter, I've just distressed my edges as always, and I'm just going to go ahead without adding that border. It still turns out fine. I think it just would have looked really cute. So the first thing I want to do is I want to provide some separation between the photos and the floral. So I'm having a couple of pattern papers. They totally match the floral in the background. I think that the one on top is also from Hey Hello, and the one below it is from Sweet Story. And those are the 2 collections that feature predominantly in this kit. So I'm also using some glitter pal paper in gold. I just needed something else to provide some separation, and I guess a special feature to this layout, just to separate from the pattern papers. And this is just from my stash, and I buy it from Spotlight, and I just add it into my kits, or I always have it there. I love using it for cut aparts with my silhouette as well. So I'm going to lift up a couple of my photos. I did think about layering that You Are So Loved cut apart over the photos, but these 2 little ones are so cute and I didn't want to cover any of them. So a bit about the photos. This is Ava in 2017, so she was still a baby. Obviously that's what this series is about, the scrapping baby photos, and it's just at a local park. This kit is very much a summer kit. There's a lot of summer features, words, icons. These were taken in spring, but I still think they work, and you know, you can make a kit work for any season really. In fact, it's fun to challenge yourself to make a seasonal kit work for a season that you're not in. So I needed to add some more separation because this is to me a very busy floral. Even though there's a lot of pink sort of space in it, it's still busy. So I'm using some white acrylic paint. I thought about using gesso, but I find with gesso it's not going to mute it enough. So I just dry brushed it down, and then I added some water to it just to add a bit more. So now I need to deal with the splatters, the unintentional splatters on this cut apart, which you can see on it. And I also wanted to bring some more gold in. And so I decided I'd use these Lindy's Magicals and just watercolour paint the You Are Loved. And I think you'll probably know if you watch my layout shares that I'm still quite obsessed with these Magicals. They are incredible. You can mix them together to create other patterns as well. So I've added some splatters to kind of blend in that unintentional splatter. And because I have so much left over and I don't want to waste it, I'm adding some splatters and then just a couple of areas of the packaging technique. And so it dries pretty quick, especially when you just do it without gesso. I haven't used any gesso. I kind of couldn't be bothered. And I guess I would have used the white gesso, or I would have had to do the clear gesso and then the acrylic paint. But I think if you're only doing a little bit of mixed media and you're not adding much water, then you can get away with not using gesso. So that first little photo I've put down, I've just glued it flat, and then I've put foam on the back of this one just to lift it up a bit and give some dimension. So the hands that you see coming into one of those photos is Brielle pushing Ava in the swing, and she just loved the swing, as does Brielle. So yeah, I think Ava's probably getting too big to sit in that swing now because it's a baby one. Now the giraffe, Ava looked at these at that chipboard sheet. She's 3.5 now, so she's knows what scrapbooking is and wants to do it all the time, and she looked at that and told me she wanted the giraffe on her layout, but I couldn't make it work with the design of this page, but I'll definitely use it on another one for her. So now everything's dry and I'm just wanting to make sure I've got everything positioned. I have been using that little ruler to get things straight because there has been a couple of times where I've put things on crooked and it has annoyed me, so I'm not being too overly a perfectionist, but yeah, I think in this kind of layout I want it to be straight. So I'm just going through the chipboard, and I'd been saving this suite for a layout. I just wasn't sure which one, and I think it works really well with this one because it helps tie in the darker features of that paper and also brings in the black outline on the "You Are So Loved." So I didn't need to add any other adhesive. I find that the chipboard adhesive is actually really good. I'm using that little translucent cherry and just stapling it a couple of times. I could have used my Xyron sticker maker, but I did want it to kind of float there. And if I'd used the sticker maker, the whole thing would be sticky. I'd fussy cut out these florals from another piece of paper. I can't remember what collection it was from. I don't think it's Sweet Story, and I'm not sure if it's Hey Hello. It might be. Actually, no, it's Carta Bella, because Carta Bella Summer Market is another collection that's quite heavily featured in this kit. So I'd cut them out just one night, just for something to do, and I did debate whether to put them on this layout because I've already got the other florals, but I think with the white acrylic paint and the splatters, they actually look and they work quite well. So I knew I wanted to call this Sweet Ava, and this "You Are So Loved" is like a secondary title, I guess, and I just like the way Ava looks tucked under that little bit of floral. And then I'd fussy cut out from the same sheet these blue daisies, and I just think they provide a nice contrast to all the pink. Added a butterfly as well, and I'm popping up the leaves of all the butterflies, and I think I can even see, I'm not that happy about that because I can see on this tiny little screen that you can see the little bits of dimensional adhesive, so I might go back and fix that. But I do like my butterfly wings to pop up. So my final touch is to add my journaling. No, it's not actually. I think I add some more splatters. I add some dark splatters. And then a bow, because I'm down to 2 or 3 and I want to use them all up. And then these gorgeous brads. They are just sticky brads. They're like big enamel dots. I love them. I was watching someone, I think it was Christy. She said she found it hard to use enamel dots, and she used brads in their place, which was a great idea. So yeah, that's my final layout. So I hope you enjoyed watching my process. Do make sure you head over and check out Danny's layout. I'm sure it'll be gorgeous. And yeah, we'll be back again next month with another layout.